1999 Mazda Miata, although the relay swap should be pretty similar for most of the Miatas. Let's get started. I pulled this out just so that we could go over this a little bit, just to show you what's going on here. Notice on this one, it's got these side tabs, and one of mine actually broke. These have nothing to do with locking this in. So you don't really have to worry about that. What you are looking for is this area right here, and that is where the locking tab will be engaged. So if you ever need to pull it out, you're basically taking a small flathead, and in a pinch, I was able to get my Mazda key down, and what you're going to essentially do is push the screwdriver or key in close to the face. You're going to feel it when it hits and bumps against the bottom lip, and then you're going to push in to get that locking tab out. So let's take a quick look. All right, so if we zoom in here just a little bit, notice there's that locking tab. So we would essentially be, again, pushing this across the face, and it's a little tight. So you're going to get in here, and when you hit the bottom of the locking tab, you're going to push in, pry that, and it's going to unlock it for you. I don't remember where I found this particular slower profile screwdriver, but I like to use this one. It just gets things in a little bit easier for myself. And if you're stuck in a parking lot or something, I hope that really helps you out. There's a little more on upgrades and stuff, so if you want, keep watching. Second point I wanted to point out is if you've been around the Miata community for any amount of time, you know that there are some people who often feel like you should carry a second relay around with you. The reason is because this is the main relay, and all of the power goes through this: headlights, fans, fuel pump. If you add anything else, all that power is potentially going through this area. And so it's quite common for this stock relay to get overtaxed, and what happens is internally these plastic parts start to melt, and these tabs will start burning out, and inside, because the plastic melts, the contacts that are positioned in a very specific way will move out of position, and you won't get any contact, and that's when your car will just die on you, and you really don't want that. So having a second relay is always really helpful. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this JE16. You may see this on some types. It is another Denso relay that Mazda uses, but this one is a higher amperage. So it gives you a little bit additional margin for error. The only thing that I really wanted to point out here, and I do use this one, is notice that the locking tab that you're supposed to sort of unlock is covered. So believe me, when I had to take this one out, it was a little more difficult, but you're going to see here that it still has sort of like that lip underneath. So my plan for this one is to take a little rotary tool, remove this protective shield right here so I get the exact same sort of look on this one, and it's going to make it a lot easier for me to remove this next time. So I have made a slight modification. Notice anything new? The 80 amp JE16 now has a locking tab that's available to me, so I can actually pull it out. And just a little hand file. You don't have to get it too fancy. I had a square file, so tried to make it as nice as I could. But let's stick this in, and we are ready to roll. All right, take care.